Thanks for joining us. 13 people are dead, almost 50 injured in an attack on a bus in the city of Kayseri in central Turkey. That's according to Turkish military sources. A car blew up as the bus was passing by. Now, off-duty soldiers were among the passengers. The attack took place near the entrance of a local university. Now, it comes after 38 people, most of them police, were killed and over 150 people injured in two separate blasts in Istanbul last week. A car bomb went off outside a stadium shortly after a football match had finished. Another blast was caused by a suicide attacker. Just turning 20 past here in Moscow, Hillary Clinton has upped the ante in her assessment of Russia's alleged role in the reported hacking of the Democratic Party. Speaking to campaign donors on Thursday, she accused Vladimir Putin of personally being behind the cyber attacks against the Democrats and alleged a personal vendetta against her.
We have to recognize that, as the latest reports made clear, Vladimir Putin himself directed the covert cyber attacks against our electoral system, against our democracy, apparently because he has a personal beef against me.
Well, media critic Lionel believes Clinton there, addressing her big donors, was looking for a scapegoat to justify her election defeat and why all their money may not be working to their long-term plans.
The latest installment of an explanation, explication, and an excuse for her loss was made before a series of big donor, high roller donors who basically wasted about $1 billion on a campaign that she lost. I think the best thing for her to do is to come up with some excuse as to why she lost, and they lost the $1 billion. And if you could point to Vladimir Putin or Russia or RT or James Comey, the FBI director, because, see, there's many layers to the blame game. But nowhere in any of this has Hillary Clinton taken blame for running a lackluster campaign.
Well, unlike the former Democratic presidential candidate, President Obama stopped short of directly blaming his Russian counterpart for the hacks. However, when asked to show proof of whether Russia was even involved, he hinted that any evidence will probably never see the light of day.
Do you believe Vladimir Putin himself authorized the hack, and do you believe he authorized that to help Donald Trump?
I give the intelligence community the chance to gather all the information, but I'd make a larger point, which is not much happens in Russia without Vladimir Putin.
Do you feel any obligation now, as they've been insisting that this isn't the case, to show the proof, as it were? They say put your money where your mouth is and declassify some of the intelligence, some of the evidence that exists.
We will provide evidence that we can safely provide, but I'll be honest with you, when you're talking about cybersecurity, a lot of it is classified and we're not going to provide it.